locked up, not everybody's locked up, that you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution. Right. You might run a liberator like Aaron Cleave out the country, but you can't run liberation out the country. You might murder a freedom fighter like Bobby Hutton, but you can't murder freedom fighting, and if you do, you come up with answers that don't answer explanations.
Before Fred Hampton became the head of the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party, he had already begun planting his roots as a compelling, charismatic revolutionary within his community. Initially, he followed in the footsteps of many contemporary civil rights activists. However, in 1968, after watching protesters spit on marchers at a Dr. Martin Luther King rally, he was convinced that a nonviolent stance was an ineffective approach in the face of blatant racism.
Whether they have guns or not and badges or 18 uniforms, if whenever they step outside the bounds of legality into the bounds of illegality, then we'll blow their brains out if they're bothering the people. And what makes them mad about that? They're constantly bothering the people. Anybody that's out there for the protection of the people happens to be in direct conflict with them. What makes them...
As a result, he joined the Black Panther Party for self-defense, quickly climbed the ranks, and eventually became the chairman at age 20.
What is being done to us is what we hate, and what happened to Martin Luther King is what we hate. You darn right. We respect nonviolence. But to sit and watch ourselves be slaughtered like our brother, we must defend ourselves, as Malcolm X said, by any means necessary.
With the Panthers, he helped establish a free health clinic, taught political education classes, and expanded the Free Breakfast for Children program, an initiative which sought to feed 4 children breakfast. Additionally, during that time, the Panthers would patrol African American neighborhoods to protect residents from acts of prejudicial police brutality. Even though they aimed to shield their community, they were viewed as a dangerous nuisance since they showed up to regular police stops with loaded guns to monitor the situation.
They were out looking at what the police were doing. We had officers stopping a car, and then we would have a carload full of these Black Panther people pull up behind them and watch them and see what they were doing. You know, they were looking at what the police were doing.
To the outside world, the Black Panther Party was not considered a progressive political organization calling to end a racist class-based society, but rather communist pot smokers who were thugs with the capability to incite incredible damage.
Right. And our whole program is geared toward educating the mass of the people, and that free health clinic that we have, the people in the community are going to run that clinic. And after a while, we're going to give them that clinic, and we're going to move on to higher levels.
Hoover allowed federal agents to act with whatever means they saw fit to stop the party's progress. As a result, an illegal raid was conducted on Hampton's apartment on December 4th, 1969, where Hampton and another member of the party were killed. After multiple investigations were conducted, it was determined that no one in the apartment gave any resistance to the agents, and that Fred Hampton was assassinated as he was lying in his bed with his fiancée.
When he looked up, just looked up, he didn't say a word, and he didn't move, except for moving his head up. He laid his head back down to the side like that. He never said a word, and he never got up out the bed. The person who was in the room, they kept hollering out, "Stop shooting, stop shooting. We have a pregnant woman or a pregnant sister in here." At the time, I was 8.5 to 9 months pregnant. My baby was to be delivered in 2 weeks.
Like we always said, if you ask to make a commitment at the age of 20, and you say, "I don't want to make that commitment, only because for the simple reason that I'm too young to die, I want to live a little bit longer," what you did, you did already.
Although Hampton was killed in vain, his legacy lives on as the fight for equality continues. Civil rights has come a long way since Hampton's death, and organizations like the Black Lives Matter movement follow in the same spirit.
I might be back, I might be in jail, I might be anywhere, but when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.